Who is a hero? A hero is the one who puts his life in danger and saves someone else's life. Today we will show you some clips that are recorded on the camera, which are really heroes.
Open the door!
The police stormed into a hotel room and apprehended the suspect who was accused of abducting a young girl.
Hands! Let me see your hands! Step out here! Step out!
The officers swiftly entered the premises, knowing that time was of the essence in locating the child. The girl's abduction was captured on a doorbell camera, as she was taken from her mother's arms during a walk in their Fort Worth, Texas neighborhood. The mother, who preferred to remain anonymous, struggled to fend off the kidnapper, but he managed to sped away with the little girl inside the car.
Help me! Help me, please! Oh my God, get guy! Help me, please!
8 hours later, law enforcement officials in Forest Hills, located close by, found the escaped car in a hotel parking lot. After spotting no indication of the missing child, the officers departed. However, authorities from the Fort Worth Police Department arrived at the same hotel and conducted further investigations with the assistance of the hotel clerk.
Do you have the room information for room 333? I need like the person's name, when they checked in, all that stuff.
They believe that they have identified the suspect, who matches the description. Consequently, they hurried to room 333 and forcibly entered, apprehending the suspect and placing him in handcuffs. The police then desperately searched the room.
We got her!
They found the girl in a laundry basket under a pile of clothes.
We have her.
We need an EMT!
Come on, sweetheart.
You safe?
You're gonna be okay.
She was scared of a man who threatened to hurt her and her family. The man, Michael Webb, who is 51 years old, has been sentenced to life in prison for kidnapping. There is a 100% chance he would have died without this man's help. Francis was skiing down a mountain when he saw a snowboard sticking out of the snow. He stopped to investigate, but had to work hard to climb back up the mountain to reach it.
Hold on, I'm coming.
The falling snow made the climb difficult, but he eventually reached the snowboard. Francis found a snowboarder buried upside down in the snow and immediately started digging to rescue him.
Hey, you alright? Can you hear me? You alright? Okay, you're good. You're good, I got
He dug
you.
until he could see the man's
Okay,
arm
can
and
you
made a
breathe?
hole for him to breathe. The man was alive, so Francis used a shovel from his bag to continue freeing him from the snow. A true miracle that he somehow found him, making the snowboarder one of the luckiest men alive. How dark and helpless and claustrophobic he must have felt for however many terrifying minutes before he found him. I can't imagine what was going through his mind before he found him. What an incredible rescue that shows a true hero in action.
Yeah, you're good.
It's amazing how quick thinking can save lives. In this case, a nanny acted bravely to save a baby just before the ceiling of the living room collapsed during an earthquake. The video shows the scary moment when the nanny runs into the room, grabs the baby from its crib, and wraps it in a blanket before running out of the room. It's fortunate that another woman was waiting at the door and held it open for the nanny and the baby to escape. Moments after they ran to safety, the ceiling collapsed, causing damage to the living room and leaving broken furniture and plaster scattered about. The aftermath was chaotic, with light bulbs hanging from the wreckage. The brave woman who saved the baby was likely a housemaid, as she was wearing a white uniform. It's reassuring to know that there are people like her who are willing to act quickly in dangerous situations to protect others. Real-life superhero rescues kids from house fire. The officer tried to enter the house to save the kids but was unable, due to the flames and smoke. However, a stranger suddenly appeared and helped the officer. The children inside were heard screaming. He jumped over a fence and perched on an air conditioner, using his bare hands to pull out a window frame. The heroic men wasted no time in rescuing the kids, pulling them out of danger and into safety. It was clear that this hero's intentions were purely good, as he preferred to remain anonymous. In today's world where the word hero is thrown around frequently, this man truly deserved the title. This was undoubtedly the most impressive rescue I've ever witnessed. This person showed a lot of bravery by entering a dangerous situation without any special equipment. The apartment was very hot and thick with smoke, making it difficult to breathe. Despite the danger, the hero was able to save 2 young lives, which is a heroic act. No one else was able to do what this person did, and there is no doubt that he is a hero. A father in Pennsylvania became a hero when he saved his family from a flood. The dangerous water rescue was captured on video. As the floodwaters continued to rise, 4 strangers, who were good Samaritans, helped save the father and his 4 kids from their sinking car. This was a scary situation, but it also demonstrated how brave ordinary people can be. The river is strong and pulling people away. Suddenly, a backhoe appears and the group starts yelling at the driver. The dad is 15 feet away from the car with his baby and is almost submerged. The group tells him to go back to the car, according to De Gregorio. The group formed a chain by holding each other's belts to rescue the family members one by one. De Gregorio managed to grab the wrist of the oldest child to prevent him from escaping. He shared, "I couldn't sleep last night because I still heard the fear in his eyes as I held onto him. If I had let go, he would have been lost. I mean, it wasn't smart by any of us, but it was something that had to be done quickly." Man jumps fence to save drowning 4-year-old kid. Subsequent to saving her 4-year-old child from drowning, a neighbor in Lawrence, Kansas is being called an angel by the kid's mom. The kid's mom was really focusing on her child girl, when her mentally unbalanced nonverbal brother Xavier wandered outside the pool at their apartment building in an unnerving video. Xavier can be seen moving into the pool before he's totally lowered. He continues to attempt to pull himself up, yet it doesn't work. Minutes after, the neighbor Tom Westerhouse strolls into the edge, and is shown giving CPR to the young man who authorities say had been submerged for 3 minutes 22 seconds. The 12-year-old child of Westerhouse Maddox saw that Xavier was in a difficult situation. He told his father Westerhouse, who used to be a lifeguard, then at that point jumps the fence, hauled Xavier out of the water and began chest compressions to save his life. Xavier is doing perfect and has returned to normal. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say that drowning is the main source of unexpected deaths for kids between the ages of 1 and 4. The Consumer Product Safety Commission said that around 300 youngsters younger than 5 pass on from suffocating in pools every year. So you truly need to watch them when there's a pool close by. Luckily, this little youngster was being watched by a guardian angel. A father expressed his gratitude to a hero who saved his daughter from a terrifying experience after she was snatched by a sea lion. The young girl had gone to the coast with her grandfather and had sat down on a small wall next to the water when a seal suddenly pulled her into the water. The incident was captured on video at Stevenson Fisherman's Wharf in Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. Thankfully, a hero was nearby and was able to quickly jump into the water and rescue the little girl. The dad expressed his thanks to the hero for saving his daughter from what could have been a tragic situation. The little girl was a little scared. She can be heard calling out, "Grandpa, Grandpa," and he can be heard telling her, don't worry, there's no need to be scared." Robert Kiesman, the chairman of Stevenson Harbor Authority, stated in an interview that there are signs at the harbor instructing people not to feed the animals. A port official criticized the family for feeding the sea lion despite the signs, but the girl's father denied that anyone in his family was intentionally trying to attract the animal and said it was a random occurrence.